A burrito broke the internet. In fact, it may have broken the world. We don't know the extent of the damage of that very burrito. Obviously, I'm kidding, but there is a whole controversy going on around a burrito, believe it or not. It's a $20 burrito, or at least it's claiming to be $20. I don't know that I've seen the receipt, so we can't really prove it, but that seems to be what it is. And everyone is debating Jews, Iran, our foreign policy, everything over a $20 burrito. But it's something much more complicated than that and much easier than that. And the problem is because no one that I've seen talk about it actually is in a position of facing the very hardships that are being discussed. Besides maybe the guy who mentioned the $20 burrito. They're all missing the point. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to be having an intro because I don't have time to edit today, unfortunately. Ran out of time. Let's go ahead and talk about what this is. So apparently, Andrew Colvett, I think is the guy's name, from TPUSA, put out a tweet saying that one of his peoples that he was connected to talked about how incredibly expensive it is and crazy that you get a $20 burrito. Now, several things that need to be noted. He was a guy that was on university. So in university, the food is different. Obviously, it's very expensive. You know, convenience is what it is, and it comes out of their bill. Now, is it extremely expensive to go to university? Yes. Is it extremely expensive to eat food there? Yes. All that stuff is true. You know, they have you captive. It's like a captive audience. It's like going to the movies and you say, "Well, I can't believe." Now, don't unsubscribe right now. I can't believe the popcorn at that movie store, at that movie at Cineplex or whatever it's called, Cinepolis, was so expensive. I just can't believe it was $10. I can buy a bag of popcorn for like 20 cents and pop it myself. You're right. You're right, you could. Okay, you could probably even get cheaper than that. Well, not 20 cents, but cheap if you buy a big bag of popcorn itself, like the actual kernels and the oil, and do all everything yourself. And that's what people were debating about. And there's this whole conversation over this, but they're missing the point. Yes, I'm going to tell you some quick facts. Here we go. Ready? Yes, the Iran war affects the economy. Yes, we have not recovered from Biden yet. Yes, it has gotten considerably more expensive for everyone. And yes, young people do not have the opportunities that they would like to make money and prosper the way they would like. And yes, number 5, we've been lied to about what that prosperity is. And all of these things can be true and are true. Some things that we need to know. These phones are some of the worst things that have ever happened to us when it comes to the economy, because we see the good life that other people are having, or not even the good life. Good life is what we live. Okay, we are happy if you're fed, you have a home over your head, roof over your head, and you have water, you have electricity. And I know month to month, and sometimes it's incredibly tight. And I just think to myself, if there's a roof over my family's head, and I've paid the electricity bill, and I paid the water bill, we're good. And we have food, right? Everything else is the cherry on top. Now, we can want so much more, and we can even say we deserve so much more, but the process getting there is hard and arduous. I am going back to training for a 5-year course to get my degree in electrical engineering because I cannot afford to live in California where I'm at with the money that I'm making right now. That is a lot of work. I went to 4-year Bible college, okay? I'm going to be a pastor one day, but I went to 4-year Bible college. I did that. I'm not using that currently. Okay, that was 4 years of my life, but I learned so much during that time. I don't think it was a waste. Then I went to 4 years apprenticeship where I learned to become an electrician so I could do what I can, so I can have a perspective. And it's given me so much perspective that I like to apply here. That all takes time. It takes work. So does the Iran war. And this is the problem that they're up to. It's not the $20 burrito. It's the fact that the Iran war, some people don't like it. They just don't like it because they think it supports or helps the Jews in some way. And I don't get that, but that's what they think. And so because of it, the Jews must be the problem. And so the Jews are the reason why the $20 burrito is $20. The Iran war is the reason why it's $20. Probably not. But guess what? If we have an existential crisis on our hands, where someone has the ability, and they did, and they proved it, that they had the ability to use Iranian missiles to reach places like Paris, and they're working on a nuke, their defenses and missiles, as we have found out from their capability that they still have on the ground. We have proven that they had the capabilities, or were getting to the point where they were almost bomb-proof because of how many missiles they could put and drones they could put into the air. That is an existential crisis that we had to deal with. The problem is, it costs. It costs us. It costs us money. It costs us time. It costs us effort. And unfortunately, most of the Americans suck. And you know why they do? Because they have the attention span of a goldfish, because they watch too much TikTok. And so the moment it starts, oh yeah, this is great, we're going to destroy them. And they don't realize just how difficult it is over and over and over again to go after these guys. They're entrenched, they're embedded, they're in deep. And some of you are even saying that Trump's idea was actually a good idea of going off and then on, off and then on, off and then on, because they pop their heads up and then you nuke them. Not really, but you hit them. Well, I mean, I don't know if that was intentional, but definitely it seems to be doing something. The other problem is, who do you talk to after you have eviscerated all their crazy people? What do you do to negotiate with them? Some want to negotiate, some don't, and that's why it's so confusing with what's going on. It's going to take time. All good things take time, and that's the problem. Is people don't want to realize right now that all good things take time. You want a good relationship with someone? It takes time. You want a good family? It takes time. You want a good house? It takes time. You want a good job? It takes time. All those things take time, and people are just not willing to do the time anymore. And that's the problem. And so it's easy to get out there and blame Israel. It's easy to say that it's the war. It's easy to go and do all these things and be happy. And the fact that the DSA, which is the Democratic Socialists of America, is doing so well, it's not rocket science, guys. They're offering them free stuff. And they're saying, do you see all those things that you want? All the wealth? We'll give it to you. Oh, don't worry. We'll take it from Elon. He's got so much money. We can take it from him and he'll still be wealthy. He won't, guys. He won't. Can't just spread his wealth and think that everyone's going to be a millionaire. Besides, I keep thinking every time they say these kind of things, ask yourself one of the most consequential lines from an extremely important piece of cinema, The Incredibles. When Syndrome says these words, with everyone super, no one is. Because he was marketing superness, right? Superhero-ness, status, right? So I know it's an old movie. I got a kid, so, deal with it. With everyone a millionaire, no one is. With everyone wealthy, no one is. With everyone doing extremely well, no one is. I'm not saying that there has to be a permanent class of people that are poor. What I'm saying is you can't look at the people that are wealthier than you and say, if I take their money and spread it out, then all of a sudden everything will be okay. I need from you younger people to have a little bit of foresight. That's something that's incredibly hard and takes time to have. Have foresight to say, I need to make good decisions now so that in 20 years down the road, good things happen. And unfortunately, policies that are good take time. One of the smartest men in politics, the smartest man in politics ever, was Bill Clinton. You know why? Because he allowed all the policies that Reagan put in long before him to reap their benefits in his presidency. And he rode it like a wave. There's so much more I wanted to get to. I wanted to get to the Islam thing. I wanted to get to Florida coming after Fauci. I have stuff written down here, and it's crazy, some of the stuff. But if I have time tomorrow, I'll cover it. If not, I'm sorry. But that's my thought for tonight. All good things take time. And as you know, if you're in construction, you know that the quick and easy step is usually not the right step. And you know that. Don't let that bog you down. And I know it's hard because you want to believe that it's possible to have the quick and easy fix. Everyone wants to become a YouTuber. Guess what, guys? I'm going on a year and I have 135 subscribers, okay? And a lot of them didn't even sign up for this channel. They signed up for a previous channel. This isn't a get-rich scheme. This, just like everything, takes time and effort to make it have good fruit that will help people in the end. And that's the goal. if I can get it across a good message from someone who is in the trenches with you, then we can do better for our country, which is what we need. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And please share it. Please share it. I'm still at 135 subscribers. The more subscribers we get, the more we get out there, the more we can influence people. And we must influence people. We must. Because there's no longer a Charlie Kirk to do it. Thank you so much.